Hey man, what do you do? It's your boy back again with another Black Ops 6 reaction. And then I'm in your video, man. Today, what would y'all think the prestige system gonna work? Is y'all think it's gonna work like the Modern Warfare 3, the original one? Y'all know the original one, you went to 70 levels, but I think it was less prestigious, but you did go to 70, so it did make it longer. Or do you want the Black Ops 2 one? Or do you want the Cold? I ain't even gonna say Cold War. The only thing I like from Cold War was that you can put on different emblems. You know what I'm saying? So I can have on the Black Ops 2 Prestige 8 emblem. You know what I'm saying? I like that. Black Ops 1, y'all like that one? You know what I'm saying? What about World War 2? I know y'all ain't like nothing in that game, but make sure y'all subscribe. This is Ace exclusive, big part of the Call of Duty YouTube community. You know what I'm saying? Big goat when it comes to this. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, let's see what he think, how the procedures work in Black Ops 6. Like I said, make sure y'all subscribe, like, share, and show prestige. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
What's up, guys? My name is Ace, and today I wanted to talk about prestige in Black Ops 6. Since this is something that they have confirmed will be returning, we will be seeing a classic prestige system, and I basically just wanted to discuss this, share why I like this, why I'm happy to see this return, as well as some of my hopes and sort of my wish list for how they handle prestige this time around, since at this stage we don't have a ton of details as to how they're going to handle things. As of right now, all they've revealed about this is we're going to have a traditional prestige system. There will be 10 prestiges to hit Prestige Master, and then on top of that, there will be an additional 1,000 levels after that 10th prestige. They also mentioned the full system will be in the game day one, so it's not going to be seasonally capped or anything. They're not going to make it so you can only do like 2 prestiges per season, and once you reach that maximum cap, then player XP means nothing. The full system will be in the game day one. And then they also just mentioned it'll be bigger and more rewarding than ever. So I anticipate we'll be seeing even more rewards with this system compared to what we saw in the older Prestige system. And for those that aren't familiar, I know a lot of people came to Call of Duty with or after Modern Warfare 2019, so they may not be familiar with the Prestige system. Just a quick recap of how this works. You have your standard levels where you unlock all of your class items. These are just what we call military ranks in modern COD games. So typically from like level 0 to 55, that's where you're unlocking all of your guns and your perks and your equipment, all that kind of stuff. Once you hit that maximum level, let's just say it's 55, although it could be whatever value they want it to be. It has been level 70 in some games as well. But for simplicity,
I wanted to be low. I don't know how the levels gonna work, because you know in Modern Warfare 3 the levels take hella long. Nigga, it took like 3 days to hit level 55. I'm like, god damn, I'd already been done with this if it was Black Ops 2. But yeah, I don't want it to be long, but I want it to be long because since we got, if y'all make it, I was gonna say I wanted to go to 12 instead of 10, just for that if I'm not wrong, I know it's Black Ops 2 was 12, I think. I might be wrong. But I think Black Ops 4 was 12 too. I might be wrong again, but I wanted to go to 12 just to get that little edge. I feel like if you like me, you're gonna play the hell out. If it's good, especially if it's good, you're gonna play the hell out of this game. So you might hit Prestige. Let's say it's Prestige 4 in like at the end of week 3, or if you play a little bit extended, you might hit it in the middle of week 2 of the game coming out. And remember, that's Prestige 4. There's 55 levels. I'll say let's go to 70 levels just cause, you know what I'm saying? Just and see if you really want it. See if you really want to prestige. And then yeah, they said give us some awards for prestiging. Give us some tokens, so if I want to unlock a gun, I already know how to do my camo grind. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, let's see what he gonna talk.
let's just stick to level 55 as our maximum level.
Damn.
Once you reach that point, you have a choice. You can either stay there and maintain all of your unlocks for the rest of the game's life cycle if you want. You never have to unlock any of those items again. Or you can choose to prestige. And what prestiging will do is it'll reset you back to level 1, so you lose all those things you unlocked, and you have to go through the process again. But in doing so, you're now Prestige 1, Level 1, instead of Prestige 0, Level 55. And each time you do Prestige, you get a new icon that displays next to your rank. So that's what everyone's going to see, so everyone can see what Prestige rank you're at. And then on top of that, every time you Prestige, you would tend to see additional benefits in older Call of Duty games, like additional custom class slots. Back in the day, we often started with only 5 custom classes that we could make, but then every time you Prestige, for the first 5 Prestiges, you would get an additional class slot, up to 10. Also, something you would tend to get outside of the really early Prestige systems is a permanent unlock token. So every time you Prestige, you would get to select one of your class items. It could be a gun or a perk or equipment equipment, whatever, you could select one item that would be permanently unlocked, and that means you would never lose it. As you go through and you prestige again, you will have that item unlocked immediately. You don't have to go through and reach the level to unlock that again. And then on top of that, you'd see some cosmetic rewards like calling cards, for instance, and emblems. But that's essentially the general outline of how prestiging worked in older Call of Duty games. And I personally love traditional prestige for 3 primary reasons. The first one is if you choose to engage with the prestige system, your level and player XP is actually tied to gameplay progression consistently, not just in the first week or two when you're going through those military ranks.
So we see that nigga in the corner.
And to me, this is much more engaging
as
as I'm grinding through the system because I'm always working toward that next class item that I'm really wanting to integrate into my gameplay. That to me means a whole lot more than just watching a number tick up and then hit a seasonal cap, so I have to wait for the next season before I can watch that number tick up again.
If when it comes to the season shit, y'all can have another 2,000
whatsoever on what's going on with the gameplay itself. Now I understand some people find this to be very repetitive because it is. You are repeating that military rank over and over again when it comes to the prestige system. And for those people that don't want that repetition and they don't want to lose their items and have to do it all over again, the nice thing about the prestige system is you don't have to engage with it. You can just sit at level 55 forever if you want and have all of your class items always unlocked for you, and that's totally fine. So that's the first reason I like the prestige system. The second big reason is you tend to see way more variety for a much longer period of time throughout the life cycle of a game. Because, at least in the past,
if I see a nigga set prestige 2 and it's the end of this goddamn game, bro, I'm gonna be mad as hell.
Most people would engage with the prestige system. Sure, you'd find the odd person here or there that would just sit at prestige 0, level 55, and they would never prestige. And again, that's fine, but most people would engage with it, and as a result, most people in a lobby won't have every single class item unlocked to use
so for the rest of the game's life cycle after the first
week. And this means you'll run into fewer situations where every person in the match is using their 100% perfectly fine-tuned meta loadout with every single class item that they want to use. As you're working through the prestiges, you have to make do with whatever you've got unlocked at that current stage of your prestige. That means early on in the prestige, you're challenging yourself. You're not going to have as many items available, and you're going to have to make do with whatever you currently have. And then as you get later in a prestige, now you start to have a little more power and more options available to you until you prestige again and start that process over. And not only is this fun and engaging in my eyes.
I had so many accounts on Black Ops 2, boy. All of them hoes, it was only like 2 of them was not prestige. And then I had a master prestige one that fully maxed out when that was my first account. And then I had another 2. Yeah, I just fought with Black Ops 2 though. That shit was goated.
For me as a player, I like that challenge of being forced to make do with what I've got until I unlock more. And that gives me that drive to want to unlock more. But on top of that, most of the other players in the match are doing the exact same. And this means, like I said, you tend to see more variety overall. And then finally, the third big reason I like the traditional prestige system is it's a proper long-term grind that for many will last the entire life cycle of the game. You will see constant progress throughout the year, and it's your actual overall progress with the game since that game launched. Whereas with the seasonal leveling that we've had in recent years, with a level cap that just continues to increase every time a new season drops, that doesn't really show your long-term commitment to the game or how much you've really put into the game itself, since it is artificially capped per season. And this also means every time you hit that seasonal level cap, any time played or player XP is 100% meaningless until the next season unlocks. Any challenges you're completing, any player XP that you're earning, it means nothing, at least within the context of that player progression.
Yeah, I was gonna say this too, because with the if y'all don't know, with the camo grounds, I ain't gonna tell you how to run it down, but if you know from back then, if you were there back then, I'll say BO4, and you know what I'm saying, you know how to do the camo ground. That tied in with your love, you know how to do that shit. So you know, if you know what I'm talking about, don't say shit. Just keep it between us, you know what I'm saying. But yeah, I was gonna say with like the past 2 years, 5, 6 years, whatever it is, bro. Once you get like a certain level, bro, like it's 250. What I'm gonna do, I'm still grinding camos, bro. I'm wasting XP, bro. You know what I'm saying? Double XP, I'm doing that shit for no reason. Like, come on, bro. Like, when it comes to like actually grinding the game, the level caps stop the whole motion. Cause with me, it was like, I'm gonna play, right? So boom. I'm not gonna play after I hit the max level. I'm not gonna play. I'm done with this shit. I'm done. I'll be on here once in a while. and then y'all catch me next season for the next level cap. But I don't like that. I like the prestige system just because you can keep playing, and you don't feel like nothing's being, you know what I'm saying, wasted. No XP wasted. Your time grinding is actually you grinding for something. You know what I'm saying? Because like when you get done with the camo, I say when you get done with the camo grind, you're going to be at either prestige 5. I'll say up to 5 to to 10. I'll say 7. So you got all that to get the master prestige, and then you still got the 1,000 level. So I like the prestige.
And to me, that takes away from the entire system of player level. On top of that, the seasonal leveling system we've been using, to me, has always felt really redundant since it also goes alongside a battle pass. And a battle pass is inherently a seasonal grind. So why does our player level and player XP also have to be a seasonal grind on top of that? I'm sure with Black Ops 6, the Battle Pass is likely not going anywhere. That's still the system that we are likely going to be seeing for the foreseeable future in most video games. And so I like the fact that my player level is my long-term commitment to the game. It shows how much I've grinded the game itself, whereas my battle passes are how much I've grinded each individual season. And there we go. Those are the 3 primary reasons that I really like a traditional prestige system. Now, let's talk about my wish list for how I hope they handle the prestige system. Because we have had different prestige systems in the past, and prestiging did evolve a lot over the years. They refined it year after year after year. So let's talk about that. The first thing on my wish list is I really hope they are bringing back permanent unlock tokens. So like I said, every time you prestige, you get 1 token that allows you to select any class item you want. So if you almost done with a gun, a perk, equipment, field upgrade,
and I think they said they bring weapon prestiges back too.
Will always be unlocked for you forever. So the next time you prestige, as soon as you unlock create a class again, that item will be available right away, even if it was a level 50 unlock. And the reason I like that is it just reduces the friction a little bit as you continue through your prestige grind. And it gives prestiging a sense of long-term progression as well. So like each prestige, the process of going from level 1 to 55, that's more your short-term progression. Whereas the long-term progression of every time you do prestige, it gets a little bit easier and a little bit easier since you're unlocking a new item permanently every time. I just find that gives a sense of long-term progression because it gets easier and easier as you continue. Next on my wish list, something I actually didn't like about, I believe it was Black Ops 2 and Black Ops 3, is they set it up in a way where if you didn't prestige at all, you couldn't actually unlock every single class item in the game. You had to prestige, I believe, at least once in order to unlock all of those things. And in my opinion, that shouldn't be the case. I think for those players that don't want to engage with the prestige system at all, I think it's totally fine. They should be able to sit at level 55 or whatever the max rank is and still have access to literally every single class item. Every playable item in the game should be available to them. Because while I'm all for encouraging as many people to prestige as possible via rewards, I'm not on board with making it necessary to prestige just to be able to engage with the playable content in the game. Next up, something I feel needs an update when it comes to the prestige system to suit modern Call of Duty players. I hope by default everybody starts off with 10 custom classes. Like I said, back in the day with many of the older Call of Duty games, you'd start off with only 5 custom class slots available, and if you never prestiged, that's all you would ever get is 5 custom classes. And that's not nearly enough these days. That likely wouldn't fly at all with modern COD players, especially for the players that have never experienced this in the past. They have never had less than 10 custom class slots. If they suddenly started the game off with only 5, I fear that would push them away. So by default, we should have 10 classes. I mean, if I prestige, I get more, you know what I'm saying? Class slots after that. I think anything beyond 10, that's just a pure bonus, and that would be great. So maybe have it so we start off with 10, and then for the first 5 prestiges, each prestige unlocks a custom class slot, and therefore you could have up to a total of 15 custom class slots. Next up on my wish list, which I fully anticipate will be the case, but I want to bring it up anyway, I really hope they handle weapon levels and weapon progression completely separate from player prestige. And this is something that really only wasn't the case with the really early prestige systems in COD. As prestiging evolved over time, they ended up separating weapon levels, and I think that's great. And essentially what this means is, as you're leveling up your guns throughout a prestige, once you hit that prestige button, while it will lock the gun again, and you have to reach that level to unlock the gun, it will save any progress you made with that gun. So any attachments you unlocked, any camo progress you made, that will all be saved, and you'll pick up right where you left off the moment you re-unlock that gun again in your next prestige. This is something that I think pretty obviously should be the case, and I would be very, very surprised if this wasn't the case. But I still wanted to put it on my wish list here, since a lot of people tend to use this as an argument against prestiging,
the way we
even
had it
though
in
that
Black
hadn't
Ops
been
2,
the
man.
case for a very long
Prestige
time
the
with the
gun,
prestige
you know what I'm
system.
saying?
And on
That's
that
even more
similar note,
XP for me.
ideally, I would actually like to see independent weapon prestige, which we also saw in many older
took
Call
the
of
words
Duty
right out of
games.
my mouth,
So
man.
that will allow you to reset your weapon level as well. Once you reach max level on a weapon, you could prestige the weapon itself, setting you back to level 1 again on that weapon, and then each time you do this, you unlock some sort of cosmetic reward for that weapon, like the ability to put your clan tag on your weapon model, or your emblem on your weapon model, or a kill counter on your weapon model. You can do a wide variety of things when it comes to rewards here, but I just really like the weapon prestige system as well, especially when it's handled totally independent from the player prestige system. And I like it for the same reasons. You don't have to do it. You can just stay at that max level, have all your attachments unlocked forever, or if you want to challenge yourself and start from scratch and grind for something gameplay related, you could do that and you would get some cosmetic rewards in the process. But then finally, on my wish list here for the prestige system, I would like to see some fairly big and highly sought after rewards for reaching Prestige Master, as well as Prestige Master level 1000. I think for the players that reach those milestones, they've obviously dedicated themselves so much to the game. They've got to be the most hardcore Call of Duty fans. I think they should be pretty heavily rewarded for that, with like a really good operator skin, for instance, that's super highly sought after, or a universal weapon camo that's, again, really nice looking and really highly sought after. That kind of stuff really improves engagement for a lot of the grinders out there. It gives you that final carrot on a stick that you're chasing while also enjoying the process, hopefully, along the way. And it's something that has been hit or miss in a lot of previous Call of Duty games. Sometimes there have been really good Master Prestige rewards. Other times there's been basically nothing, and it's kind of unfortunate for those players that are the most dedicated players that don't really get much to show for it, aside from the fact that it shows level 1000 next to their name. But there we go. That's my wish list for the primary things I'd like to see with this prestige system going forward in Black Ops 6. I'm also curious to see if they just make any additional changes or improvements to the prestige system that we didn't see back in the day. And this is where I want to hear from you guys in those comments down below. First off, how are you feeling about the fact that Black Ops 6 will be using a traditional Call of Duty prestige system? And second, what's your wish list? What are some items you'd like to see with this prestige system going forward? Just let me know down below.
Let me know what y'all think too, man. But me already said basically what I said. You know what I'm saying? Either we can go up 2 prestiges if y'all want to. Really don't matter. Either go 2 prestiges or shit, go to level 60. I want to know how that level up system gonna work, bro. Is it gonna be slow to level 10? No, don't let it be slow to level 10, bro. Modern Warfare 3 in the beginning, it took like 5 matches to get to level 5, bro, for no reason, bro. But I just want to be quick until we get around 15 to 20-ish, and then it's slow. Well, not too slow, but slow, because, you know, it's like me, bro. We gonna breeze through them 10 prestiges, bro. Level 55, bro. We gonna breeze through that. The weapon prestiges, I'm cool with that. Do it. How can we do it? Double weapon prestige. I'll say 1 and 2, so you can prestige it 2 times. You get it 2. That's the max one. Boom. Hopefully the guns level up fast and don't take time, because you already know how I'm doing my camo grind this time. Hopefully with the camos, they're not locked to a level, so I don't have to hit level 20 to do a challenge for it, bro. Cause that shit dumb as hell. That's about it, bro. I already said everything I want. You know what I'm saying? Either we can go up on a prestige count, so we go up by 2, make it 12 prestiges, or level 60, level 70. You know what I'm saying? I want that original Modern Warfare 3 feel to it, you know. But I ain't really tripping on what y'all do to it. You know what I'm saying? As long as we got it, as long as it's smooth. I know we won't have our double XPs, so everybody would start off from square one, 0 XPs, man. So hey, I'm on it, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm cool with it. Let me know what y'all think. Let me know what y'all want out of it. You know what I'm saying? But I'm out this whole piece, man.